Hi, everybody in the practicum. I wanted to say good morning, and this is Monday morning, August 19th, and looking at getting started on our practicum for this semester. It's going to be a busy semester, and I hope it's one that you look back on and say, yeah, it was a lot of work, but I really, really enjoyed it. The interactions that you can have in the class, the interaction you have with some of the materials that you've already created, with the learning that you've had, I think will really pay off. And I think you'll really enjoy the end result, but I hope you enjoy the process as well. I think it's a good one. So this is the G+ community. Basically all you have for instructions is in the community or in the syllabus. And so I'm going to take you there now. One thing to notice in the community is that I have posted the assignments that you will be posting here. We don't really have any discussions, but we will do have feedback and that kind of thing. And I have stressed in the 2 emails that I've sent you, or 3, that we will have peer reviewers. And so that's going to be probably your major source of getting feedback and good positive feedback. So consider now how you can be a good peer reviewer for one of your classmates. A lot of you have already developed relationships in other classes, and I love that. And so just to see what you'll be working on together here. So let's look at the syllabus, and then we'll come back to the spreadsheet. Okay, the syllabus is where you're going to find all of your course work for this semester. I probably should pull it out and give it to you in another format as well, so you don't have to go through this silly syllabus the whole time. But I do want you to read it, so I'm not going to do that until a little bit later this week. But I want you to take a look at all of my notes and some of the things that we have talked about in terms of what is going to take place in the activities, and then just kind of some things to watch out for. And some things of, what we're doing. So this is week 1. I would like for you to do a video introduction and a reflection, and this is called Reflection and Housekeeping as well. So there are 5 things that we're looking at for this week. One is to create a video to introduce yourself to us and to your class, to each other. Share who you are, what's the work you do, what's your role, what's your experience with technology, how have you used it, how you incorporated it, what did you hope to gain from this program, and why this program? What are your biggest challenges in your current role, and what are your future plans? So I'd really like to hear from you on this. A lot of times people will start out even in the practicum and say, well, here's my future plans, and then by the time the semester ends, they've gotten a different job than anything they've thought about, and that's been kind of fun to see. And so just kind of think about some of those things and share those with your classmates. I've asked you to read and then reread this document concerning all the expectations and assignments. It will help alleviate a lot of the questions and emails in the future. Visit the 4 Days grad school page, and file an intent to graduate if you're graduating this term. The intent to graduate form is on Tiger Tracks, and here's a link to give you that information. The 4th thing is to complete the exploration stage of the transference reflection regarding your entire experience in this course and program. Share this Google Doc in the community too. So this will be part of your e-portfolio. You will post the whole thing to your e-portfolio when you're almost done with it. Sometimes I ask that you do the last stage of it after you've done your comps, and we'll talk more about comps after a while too. But for right now, just do the exploration stage of the transference reflection and just a doc, and then just post that doc to the G+ community where it asks for it. And then I'd like for you to find the peer reviewer or 2 that you want to work with, and just get the information about how you can best communicate with one another and kind of get to know them a little bit. So I'm going to go back to, that's this week. That's all I want you to be involved in this week. Next week, weeks 2 and 3, you'll be doing some other things, and you can see that in the syllabus as well. I'm going to go back to the community, and we're going to take a look at the spreadsheet. I've asked you to fill out that form that's in the email. Many of you have done that. And I think we've got 13 people who have filled it out. And so what I'd like you to do is once you find your peer reviewer, several people have, just mark them and put them in there and contact that person. And I think that that will help out. I don't need a peer reviewer this time. I did need one last semester. Just to let you know, I did an e-portfolio last year that was based on ISTE certification. And I think it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I don't think your experience with this one will be quite that bad, but what we had to do is take each of the elements of each standard and show how we've met that standard. And it was tough, but I am ISTE certified now, and as of June, I think. And so that's been pretty exciting. So it was a great process. I'm glad I did it. I learned a ton about what I can do better. Not that I will necessarily do that yet, but hopefully I'm moving that direction. So anyway, this week, just concentrate on those things. Take a look at any questions that you have. You can post them to the community if you'd like, and see if and just jump on other people's questions if you know the answers to them. So, but I'll keep checking as well. So I look forward to this process because I think it's fun. I love doing the comprehensive exams at the end of this, or toward the end of the semester. And it's just a great experience for me, but I think it shows, it kind of brings things together for you all. And that's what I love about it. You begin to see where you have gained your greatest strengths, and you begin to see kind of some direction that you want to go. And so I hope that this is a good experience for each one of you. So let's make it that way. Okay. Good talking to you, and I hope you have a good week.